Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. This is a live stream that I do twice a day. I'm on every morning from 10 a.m. Monday through Friday and from 8 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. My nighttime show is Fight CPS and Stop Taking Our Children, and that is on every night at 7 p.m. The times I give you are all Pacific Standard Time on the west coast of California. So if you're on Mountain Time, like Montana, it's uh, it's an hour ahead. If you're in Texas, it's 2 hours ahead. That's Central Time, and Ohio is 3 hours ahead. That's Eastern Time. If you're in the United Kingdom, that's 8 hours ahead, and if you're in Europe, it is 9 hours ahead. And in Africa, you're 9 hours ahead. I do have international following. I have a total of 24 countries, including the United States, that have either text a message or called in. That's over 2,800 people I've talked to over the last 24 months. It's been 2 years now since it started. It's in October of 2023. 2 shows a day, 14 shows a week after week, month after month, and year after year. Now, I'm here to help you um, um, with your case. Now, I cannot give legal advice because I'm not an attorney, but I can give you educational advice from my experiences in CPS and my 43 years of experience of marriage, raising 6 children, and 61 years of working. I have a lot of life skills I can share with you also. Now, if you want an attorney, you can call 888-888-6582 and speak to Mr. Vincent W. Davis. He is trained and licensed in the area of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law, which are the three areas of law that you need to have an experienced attorney work for you. Now, he's located in Arcadia, California, which is LA County, and his approximate retainer is $5,000, and his approximate outer rate is $500. It all depends on the complexity of your case and how long the case is going on. He's been fighting CPS for 39 years, and he's gotten back thousands of children. He's also a uh, a trial attorney. He can do civil lawsuits, and he has won millions of dollars both in state court and in federal court. State and federal court. So, what this live stream is all about is that you've come across an entity called the Child Protection System. There are many different names. In LA County, it's Department of Children and Family Services. In Prescott, Arizona, it's Department of Children's Services, DCS. In Richmond, Kentucky, it's the Cabinet. Every county and every state will have a name. It may not be the same name. I don't know if they do that purposely to confuse you or whatnot. In my county, Orange County, it's the Child Protection Services, CPS. So I'll make it simple. I'm just going to call all these government entities CPS, the Child Protection System. And that way we'll know what we're talking about. Now, this government entity was started in 62 and as an act of Congress that mandated that social services would get a group of social workers to protect our children from neglect and abuse. Furthermore, if they need to break up the family, they're supposed to do family reunification because studies have shown the best parents are the biological parents. The best parents are the biological parents. Um, so there's several ways that you can interact. Good morning, Bartley. A very good morning to you. Okay, I'll let you know, Bartley. I'll let you know. Bartley is from Montana. She is a very dedicated mother, has a young son who is 5 that she wants to get back custody that was taken wrongfully from her. And she had a horrible status hearing yesterday or the day before. And so I think it was the day before. Good morning, Sansi. If my husband has a restraining order on me so that I can't go to the family home, how does 6 months reunification work for me? Well, you should have visitation with your child. You should have visitation with your child, um, Shanice. Um, okay. Um, where are you about located, and can you tell me more about your case? I'm going to put up this text message about how to do texting on here. How to do texting. You can read that banner. All you have to do is give me your first name and then your city or county and your state. If you're outside of the country, this is talking about, please list your country. Um, the countries that have been texting in or even calling in have been Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, then up to the Middle East. We have Saudi Arabia and Iraq and Libya. Then over to the continent of Africa, we have Liberia, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and then the South Africa and its provinces. Up to Europe, we have the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, and Wales, and then Denmark and Sweden. Then across the pond in North America, we have Canada and its provinces. We have the United States, and all 50 states have text or called in. We've also heard from Washington, D.C. South of border is Mexico, and then further south in South America, north of Brazil, on the east coast is Grenada. Then in the South Pacific, we've heard from New Zealand, and the land down under Australia and its states. So that is a total of 24 countries. And that's a lot of people that have a CPS problem. And it's sad that the majority, the one thing everybody has in common, including myself, they ran into a rogue CPS entity. Now, besides um, texting a message, you can also be a guest on my show. There's my banner. There's the email. Just send me an email and pick one of my 14 shows, my morning show or my evening show or so forth. You just say, I want to be Bob's Sunday morning show or Bob's Friday night show. Now, Shanice says, I do once a week visitation. Well, good. Does that mean I have to wait 6 months to have opportunity for a drunk custody? I have no idea what a drunk custody is. Uh, they're probably requiring you to take testing for you. You're in Riverside, California. Well, that's good. That's good. That's close to me. Oh, joint custody. You have to wait for joint custody. Well, whatever the plan that was given to you in court, do you have what the judge ordered? You do what the plan that the judge ordered. Now, have you hired an attorney or are you using a court appointed attorney? Now, going back to being a guest, after you send me the email, I'll notify my show producer. she will in turn um, send you a link to StreamYard, which is the application I use. StreamYard is the application I use. So that's how I'm going to put my phone number up. That way people can call me, including you, um, Shawnees from Riverside. There, what was the domestic violence against you? What was that all about? What was that all about? Now, I have a message from my show producer that someone wanted to contact me. I guess they let me see what I have here. I'm calling area code 840.
The person you've dialed can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Yeah, good morning. This is Bob Pace with the live stream. And you had given a message to my show producer who forwarded to me that you wanted to talk to me on my live stream. I'm on Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And on the weekends in the morning, I'm on from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Now, this Friday, I may be a different time. Friday, I may be at 8 a.m. And in the evenings, I'm on at 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. every day of the week. This Friday, I may be on at 4 p.m. So you got to check back there. But anyway, I'm returning your call, and I look forward to talking to you about your case. God bless you and have a safe day. Okay, I called 840 and no answer. Bartley, if you want to call in, the phone line is open. If you want to call in. Bartley, if you want to call in. If you want to call in, Bartley. Hello, Bartley. How are you? Oh, jeez.
Number 406827. 3035 can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Yeah, hi Bartley. I tried to answer a call and you didn't answer, or you did answer and hung up. Anyway, I called you back. Try again. Okay, Bartley, I've tried you. I tried to answer the call, but I guess it hung up. Anyway, we have two people in a room. We have Bartley from Montana and Shawnee's from Riverside, California. And she has sounds like a bad case. Bob Pace.
Hello, this is Lisa Berkeley in Montana.
Yeah, hi, Bartley. Do you like me to call you Lisa? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine, yes.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. All right, Lisa. That sounds good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I woke up this morning and made a few phone calls and found out that he's like trying to take those parenting classes the judge said to take. And anyway, I called. We were supposed to do the class. She started to talk and say, "Well, I'm waiting for the social worker." Or the social worker talked to her this week, but she's waiting to hear back because they're not sure if they want me to take the course with her, lady I called, or with someone else who does an 8-week course out here. I don't know, but it just seems like I've been trying to do this for a while, and it's like they're procrastinating it. So I wrote an email to the public defender, and I told her that I needed to talk to her right away because I sent her one yesterday about I wanted the transcripts from the court hearing on Tuesday this week. She didn't even respond to it. And then after I sent her this morning, to please call me, it's kind of important, I need to speak with you, she automatically sent me two things. One about the November 4th hearing coming up called TLC, which is not for tender loving care. It stands for temporary legal custody. And then she sent another one back to back called on the same date, November 4th, for a placement hearing. I don't see any words that say family reunification. And I'm upset about it. I'm distressed. I signed the release from parenting. I signed the release to help get the heating going in the house and everything. And supposedly the social worker, she told me on Friday that she's going to be out all this week. That, like I said yesterday, after I talked to the hospital worker, he said I have unsupervised and supervised visits. And so I talked with Kelly, stepdad, and he was going to bring him over. And then all of a sudden, he either called or somebody called in, but he said it was the social worker, the one that said she was going to be out of the office this week. And so that lady on the phone, she said she had talked to her, and then I said, well, I thought she said she's out of the office, and then she even goes, yeah, she is, so it's just a lie after lie, and, here I am trying to work their program.
What you need to do is you need to see confirming emails of what has taken place. And the way you can do your confirming emails to your social worker is that it was my understanding this is supposed to happen. And you don't want to do just phone messages. You want confirming emails of what is happening to you.
Okay, so, and then when I print all this, I guess, right, Bob?
Well, yeah, you're going to print that because that's your documentation.
I mean, even then, like when I went in on Tuesday, like I told you, I had the pictures and everything. It was at the very end. The girl sitting next to me, I guess, which is my son's attorney, she gave him to the judge, but I didn't see him look at him.
Well, wait a minute. I'm confused about why you give it to the attorney. You should give it to the bailiff.
Well, she handed it. I don't know who she's the attorney of my son. I never even spoke to her.
Well, you don't need to talk to her. You don't know talk to her. You get the bailiff in a court. There's a guy that has a badge and a uniform.
Right.
He's called the bailiff. Okay, he's usually a
Okay.
sheriff. He's usually a sheriff.
Well, they did hand them to the judge. They did get handed to him.
Oh,
He
okay.
grabbed them and gave them probably to the bailiff. That's who that man probably was standing there, and then I
Okay.
saw them hand them to him.
Okay.
But
Okay.
still,
Okay.
he never looked at them. You know, and then after they got submitted to him up there in person,
Did
it
you
was like the
talk to
hearing was
him?
over.
Did you talk to him, the judge, and say, "Well, what do you think of the pictures, Your Honor?"
I tried to, but
What did the honor say?
he would just shake his head like, no, no. And I don't understand. And they keep saying that to people. I don't understand why this is happening. And because I never hurt my son, Bob. I never hurt him.
I know. I know. The
I never
problem
did.
being is they think you're crazy, is what it is. They think you don't have the credibility of being a good mother. And I'm trying to establish that. And when you got an attorney that won't work for you, it makes it really, really, really hard.
Well, it does. And then even when I, did speak with Kelly, telling him we need to work together and all this, and I told him what the judge said, that and that the Costum guy said I have unsupervised and supervised visits, but I'm not getting any of it.
Yeah.
And so it just makes me obviously very sad.
Yeah.
But
I know. I know. Um
I don't know what to do sometimes. I just
yeah. Well,
here I sit,
you
Bob. The
got
house is all together.
all right.
I just need
You
his little life
Yeah, well, they're
dinner,
hoping that you'll break down and give up. They're hoping to be emotional. What you got to do is you got to fight your emotions. And I know it's hard.
Okay,
I
it
know
is
it's
hard.
hard. I know it's hard. But what you got to understand is you got to November 4th to get this rectified. So you got some time.
So
We
what do you
need
do though, Bob, when this whole week or the rest of the week I was being told by the lady who might be doing the parenting classes, but they don't know yet supposedly. What does a person do in my position till November 4th if they're going to keep it going, lingering on,
well,
so they can go? Well, she never
I
found
would
out.
write documentation. You
Yeah, I
write
did.
what
I'm writing it.
yeah, you write the email. You send an email.
And then what do I do in the courtroom? Just read it? I mean, do I get? I don't know what to
No,
do.
what you
The
do is you
attorney doesn't
take a
even know.
copy of the documentation, give it to your attorney to show the court that social services is dragging their feet.
Well, I've given her things in the past
Well, you
that
got to
are
get
pretty
the new
credible.
attorney. Remember, the current attorney isn't going to help you. You need to follow.
Okay.
Have you called the state board of Montana and
Yeah, I'm gonna write this down. No, I called the state bar and I got the paperwork to submit on their
all right, well,
office.
you got to
They
submit the paperwork. Have you submitted the paperwork?
Not yet. I will though. But how do I? It's supposed to call state what for public defender.
Well, no, 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 no. You're
I get
supposed
a
to
new
get
one.
rid of your public defender, get a new one. Have you been to the court to like the day you're in court? You could have walked over to the public defender's office in that courthouse and asked to have another attorney.
I don't think it's in this little itty bitty courthouse we have in our town.
Well, I
They're
don't
probably speaking
typically
really good.
speak in the public defenders in the courthouse. All you do is ask the clerk of the court. In the room, there's a
Clerk.
girl taking notes. You could have asked her. You just signal her and ask if it's okay to approach her and then say, "Ma'am, is there a public defender office in this courthouse? If
Okay,
not,
I
where
will.
is the public defender?" But see, you're now out of court, so you can't really go to court because you'll disturb the courtroom unless it's not in session.
Well, I mean, I can still ask the clerk lady at the office there
Right. There is a
right.
clerk's office that the lady works out of. You go to that office and ask her, is there a public defender office in this courthouse? If not, where is the public defender's office?
I'm gonna do that.
Um,
I just
I
it's
know
just
that, but if you do all these activities, it'll keep you not be so much thinking. You got to keep yourself busy.
right. And I hear you. Yes, the house is together, so
So
like,
you have that
I'm
done.
thinking.
Now
I need
what
to
you need to do is you need to get the court papers turned in for a replacement to file a complaint. You need to get the clerk to tell you where the public defender, so you get a new public defender on board.
Okay, they're trying to stress me out, huh?
They are. They're doing a good job because you're allowing them. And you know, if you get stressed out or you get emotional and do nothing, you're not going to get anything. They're hoping you do.
I feel like even
You know.
on Tuesday, like no matter what, nothing was happening, and they just would say what they say, and they're all like working against me, like I'm some evil spirit.
Well, if you're not getting anywhere at the local level and you're not getting anything, take your documentation, send it to the civil rights coordinator in the state capital of Montana.
Civil rights coordinator.
Yeah.
Hold on, coordinator.
Yeah, the civil rights coordinator in Montana. Yeah. You need a. Oh boy.
I really feel that public defender is fearful to say anything. Because he doesn't say nothing, you know.
Who's a public defender?
The one that I have right now, you know.
Well, he's no good. She's no good.
I know it.
You need to move on. You don't owe her anything.
Okay, thank you for saying that. Okay. I'm not trying to bother nobody.
Well, you're going to have to because your son is important to you.
Yes, okay, yes.
The reason why you're contacting the civil rights coordinator now in Montana, it's called the Human Rights Bureau. Write this down. Rights Bureau. It is the main state agency for filing civil rights complaints, especially for employment discrimination like housing and public. That's for that part. But you want to do also filing a complaint against your attorney who is negligence. The word negligence. He's not performing. Now, the web page to get there, is called CascadeCountyMountain.gov. Cascade, CASCADE, County, MT.gov.
And that's for the civil rights.
Well, I have to finish it. After gov, you put / /600 / civil rights coordinator.
Civil rights
Coordinator.
Now let me read this back, please. Make sure I got it right. Cascade County MT.gov.
Not dot after gov, /
Okay, so no dot. Just / 600 / civil rights coordinator.
Yeah, but make sure you have a hyphen between civil and rights and coordinator.
Okay, I do. I got it written like that. Okay, sorry, just didn't say it like that. Okay.
And if you go on the page there's all kinds of things they can help you with. Now, I have a phone number for them. It's 406 454.
454?
Yeah, 6915. Now, is Great Falls near you?
No, but
okay.
No.
That's where it's located.
Okay. All right, I wrote that down. Okay. All right. See, this is part of the thing that the gal said today, this morning. that's supposed to do the supervised visits, she proceeded to say, and I never heard the judge say this, that this is what they've done all the whole time, is to saying my son can't be in the house. And she still was saying that we're going to do plan where we're going to do visits outside somewhere. Well, why can't we be in the house now?
Well, you need to send a self-confirming email to the social worker saying it's my understanding from the court order the judge has signed that I have uh, visitation without supervision and visitation with supervision, right?
Right. And now was I supposed to get some document on Tuesday? Because I didn't get no paperwork.
You're supposed to get, again, before you left the courthouse, you could have asked the clerk to produce the document. You could have sat in her office and wait for it.
I'm sorry, Bob. I'm not a professional at this.
I'm not a
they were all
professional
new.
either. I just know from experience that in order to get something, sometimes you got to do that.
Okay. You just sounded upset. I just don't want you to be upset.
No, I'm not upset. It's probably because my frustration shows through because I'm really sad.
Okay.
I'm really sad what you're going through. Because you shouldn't have to go through that.
It was sort of like the whole time in the hearing, it didn't matter what I said or did, or it was just like in one ear and out the other, and they already knew what they were going to do, or, and that's the problem I'm having, because nobody wants to stand up to somebody else because either they're being paid off or they're threatening them. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just know that, like, the biological father, he has money and he does that. He'll pay people off.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And then she knows about the eating situation here in the house. They've known since I got this damn date thing this summer, and nobody cares. Nobody's doing nothing to help it. So they can use it against me,
Yeah.
I did get a good news though. I found out that after seeing my doctor, he got a hold of a Christian counselor that I knew, and she knew my daughter when my daughter was doing her stuff with the department at the time. And she called me, and we have an appointment on Monday. And I also see my doctor that day too, and I'm really thrilled about that because she knows the background, she knows me.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier than with a complete stranger.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sure that's going to make them mad, but if they want to pick who they want to pick, but I can pick who, my own counselor.
Yes, you can. You can.
I mean, that was never ordered, but I like to go to counseling. I have all my life, but.
Right, right. There's nothing wrong with going to that. There's nothing wrong with going to that.
No, the more I reflect on all this, I don't understand. It's like, it feels like a battle between good and evil, and especially when where do you have any resources? Like, people in my circle is extremely small. One girl comes over, I told her Bible study, and they talk to, but people don't want to get involved in this type of thing, and so I don't know. I'm just feeling like all alone, like I am, but
I'm so sorry. I really am.
it seems like, thank you for saying that. It seems like no matter like how I was talking to Kelly yesterday, and then he calls me back or wrote me or whatever he did it and said that no, there's no unsupervised visits. Oh my God. So, and I did tell him, no, I said, let me tell you what they're doing. They're trying to cause a wedge, which they already have between us. And they really wanted to divide.
Uh-huh.
Like, even if I did a GoFundMe me, or the cyber bag thing. Somebody told me that something like that. What I've seen on it is like you have to share it, I guess, like through your Facebook or something. I don't know who would want to see that. I don't even use Facebook. I haven't been going on there. I don't know.
You gotta watch doing things on social medias because they'll check those out. They'll check those out.
Right. And I never, but I haven't been on there for years. I have posted one picture this year when that girl who comes over, she brought me a little thing of flowers. And, but that's it. I don't, I used to, you know, a long time ago, I go on every day. I don't do that no more. So
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I try not to even listen to the news or any of it because it's just stressful enough in my life without all that. That just adds to it. It makes a person the worse.
right,
You
right.
know, what's going on in the world. I just don't understand that because they don't have nothing against me, but here I can't hold my son, or I don't understand what the process is, or why is it like just for money, I guess, and then for my son to suffer, and then you know I don't know.
Well, what do you mean you can't hold your son?
When I talked to the gal this morning about the classes, she also does the visits, and she proceeds to say the social worker, she talked to her yesterday or today, and then I said, well, how could you have talked to her when she told me on Friday she was out of the office all this week? And then Kelly said the same thing yesterday. The social worker told them and said, no, I don't have unsupervised visits. But yet she told me on Friday this whole week.
Do you have a court paper? Do you have a court paper that says you have unsupervised visits? Do you have that court paper?
From June 3rd, yes.
All right, you need to show that. You need to see it, send that to the social worker. Now, who's this lady you're talking to? Is this lady have something to do with the classes?
Yes, she does parenting classes and I guess the supervised visits.
So she works for CPS. You see, you should have gotten a parenting class that wasn't somebody working for CPS. Oh, boy.
Well, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I never thought of it. I'll bring that up to that counselor on Monday because she might be able to do something like that.
Well, parenting classes, there are lots of parenting classes out there that you can utilize. You don't have to use one that the social worker is recommending. You got to make sure it's approved. You got to make sure it's approved parenting class.
Okay, that's what she was trying to say this morning on the phone because she said her course is 6 weeks and this other girl, hers is 8 weeks. And hers is called Love and Logic, and the other girl, I don't remember what her program was called.
Yeah. Well, which of the ones is not the one working for social service? Which one of the two?
What she told me this morning is she's waiting to hear back, but yet she had heard, you know, back supposedly from the social worker, but she's still waiting for confirmation to know if I'm supposed to pick the course with her for the 6-week Love and Logic, or if I'm supposed to go with this other girl to do her 8-week course on Zoom. So I don't know, and I've been trying to do this for a while, and I want to know what the temporary legal care, and then those two things on the same date, November 4th, temporary legal custody, and then the other one she sent me, the attorney, was placement hearing. What is that about? So there's no reunification? They're just like sweeping me under the rug? And
what's it called? Temporary what?
Temporary legal custody. TLC, they initial it, and then they had another one that the public defender sent this morning back to back, another hearing same day called placement hearing. So there's two separate things, but they're on the same day and the same time.
In Montana, a petition for temporary legal custody is filed with the court to establish temporary custodial arrangements. Typically, during a divorce or separation procedures to ensure a child's safety and stability. After a petition and necessary documents are filed, a hearing is held where the court considers evidence and arguments from both parties to determine the child's best interests. The temporary order is a court order directive that can be modified and lasts until the final custody order is issued. Does that help you out any? Does that help you out?
And then what about the placement hearing? What's that one?
Okay, all right, all right, all right. A placement hearing in Montana typically refers to a court hearing in the dependency neglect cases where the court reviews and approves or disapproves a child's placement in foster care or other out of home care settings. So, a placement hearing is not for you. These hearings also called review hearings in the contents of foster care, assessing the child's placement, parental progress, and permanent plans, which can include reunification with parents, placement with relatives or foster parents, or adoption. So is Kelly, well, I shouldn't use the name, I'm sorry, is your stepdad um, uh, considered a foster parent? Hello, do you hear me?
Bob, I can't hear you.
All right, I'm still here. Do you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Did you hear what I just said about placement hearing?
Yeah, and then it went silent for a minute. And that's
Well, I was asking you about your stepfather of the child. Is he considered yeah, is he considered a foster care? Is he still trying to get possession of your child? Is that what he's trying to do? You see, you got the biological father interfering, you got the stepfather interfering, you got a corrupt CPS that isn't helping you at all.
Right. And then I hear what you're telling me how to do all this, and I go out and try to do it, and I go out and say all these things. And some people might agree, but even if they agree or disagree, like I said, it's one ear out the other. They're going to do what they're going to do, it seems like, and there's no basis for it. It's wrong.
Well, unless you get a real attorney and you have money, it's hopeless. Right. It's hopeless. And all I can.
Had a real attorney when I went through the 3 years. He put me 3.5 years for the child support. I had an attorney out here. She's 85 years old now, very ill.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And so she can't help. She said so.
Yeah.
I've even asked the public defender to call and talk to her. She doesn't do anything. Nothing.
Who this 80-year-old attorney?
Yeah, you at least talk to her on the phone, you know. I mean.
Well, she's too old. That's the problem. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Some people are not together. Okay. I'm sorry that you're going through all this. I really am.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
So today's Thursday. I'll get that all written up today and submit it. And I guess you can go to town tomorrow and ask about the paperwork. I didn't even know there's supposed to be some paperwork every time you go. I mean, this is the thing. I don't know why the public defender doesn't even tell me this, or why she would have proceeded to hide it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like what is being said. I only can think of is for money. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's what it seems to be. Because,
yeah.
And I'm just distraught over it because it's damaging my son.
Yeah. Well.
And tearing me up inside of that.
Yeah. Have you tried talking to other attorneys?
What, like a private attorney?
Yes, a private attorney.
I've talked to, actually, it's a criminal attorney. I've been talking to her because.
Well, the criminal attorney, I'm talking, you need to find the attorney. Okay, let me see if I can find one. See.
I don't think there's any in Sanders County where I'm at. I think there's one named Tim, but I don't. That's it. I mean,
what's the county you live in? What's the county you live in?
Sanders, Sanders, Sanders County, Montana.
Okay.
Are you still here, Bobby?
Yes, I'm looking this up. It takes me a while to type in there. What I do is I do Sanders County, Montana, Child Protection System, Juvenile Law, Family Law, Dependency Law Attorney. You got your paper and pencil?
Yes, sir.
This popped up at the top, but it's 619, which is out in California. I have no idea why it's there. It's 619 784 4172. It's called the Milala Law Group, Minella Law Group.
Okay.
And mention to them that you're looking for a child protection system attorney in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Can you help me? Just ask, can you help me? All right.
Yes, sir.
It's sponsored, so that means that they've taken on there. Now, here's one here called Montana Family Law Attorneys, no retainers or hourly fees, but it's email only. You have to ask. You have to go online. When you go online, they're going to see me, not you. There's another one here called Family Law Attorney Montana, called the Bracken Law Firm, Bracken Law Firm. It's area code 406 493 1249.
I have a question to ask you just real quick. Just like, should I just like quit trying to talk to stepdad about anything?
I don't think you should. He's all ears. He's working against you. You've already found that out.
Right. Okay. So
I think it should be yes, no answers, and don't try to be palsy wowsy with you because he'll put a knife in your back.
Alright, yeah. Okay.
So when you talk to this last one I gave you, mention family law. Just mention that you're a loving mother who has a 5-year-old child and everything's working against you and you need your help. And then you can go ahead and tell that you have a custody battle that made false allegations. What are the allegations they made against you, by the way? Neglect or abuse or both?
The status hearing said neglect and abuse,
Okay.
but I don't know what it is. They never told me.
Yeah.
I found out through the criminal attorney who started all this. I've already gone over that with you before, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to go talk to her.
Is
Tell her what
Helena
happened
close
and
to
take
you?
them.
Is Helena close to you?
Helena, no, that's the
Oh.
capital. No.
Okay.
But see, they already have the supervisor from day one, the supervisor on the case from Montana, and
Well, is it the county office doing this, or is it Helena County doing this?
right, the supervisor is out of Helena, yes.
So they don't even cover your county with a CPS office, right?
There is one office here, yes.
Okay.
Like
Have you tried to reach a supervisor, a manager, or the director of that CPS? Have you tried to reach them?
It goes to the one that is in Helena every time. That's who was there at the hearing. And the guy who was the CPS worker was a man with my daughter's case. He was there. I don't know why he was in there. I don't know. I really don't know anymore.
Well, there's a lot of attorneys here on the webpage.
Well, even after I call him up and tell him I'm a loving, devoted mother, and how the department's working against me, and now there's like a custody battle, is what you were saying, right?
Right.
And then I don't even know where to begin to tell the story,
Well, you don't. They will tell you what they want to hear. You just tell them that you have a 5-year-old son who loves you dearly. You've had a very troubled life. Don't have to go into details about your troubled life. Now, is your daughter still in touch with you?
Yeah, I've been talking to them, yeah.
Okay, you need to keep in touch with your daughter because she will help you.
I got 2 daughters.
Oh.
The 31-year-old and the one that'll be 18 on Sunday. She'll be 18.
I didn't know you had 3 children. I thought you only had 1, and then I found you had 2, and now you have 3. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I had the one when I got pregnant at 16, 17. I had her at 17, and then I got pregnant at 31, and then 43, had my son, and I'm almost 50 now.
Okay, so you've had 3 children. All right. Oh, do you have a relationship with the one you had at 31?
No, we're divorced. He lives in Washington State.
No, I don't mean the husband. I meant the child.
Oh, yeah, that's the one's going to be 18 on Sunday.
I'm not okay. What about the one you had at 16 or 17?
They live together because when my 18-year-old is going to be 18, when she started all her stuff when she was 14 out here, they conned my oldest daughter, who's 31 now, to take guardianship. They were trying to get her to adopt. And they started it from day one, and I didn't know that until this happened with my son. I told you they slapped down the 29-page report that I never got nothing on with my daughter. They never gave me a piece of paper at all. And that public defender, he kept saying, "You guys are fine. You guys are good parents." But yet this all happened, and then I never got my daughter. It was wrong.
So your 17-year-old cannot be returned to you?
She's going to be 18 this Sunday. So no, a lady had sent a paperwork, an attorney out here, and said that the state of Montana hired her to sue Montana State for them to wrongfully taking my daughter from me. And I've sent it off twice. The notarized paperwork she sent, and I have got no response. And this lady, I'm not going to say her name because we're on the show, but she's an attorney out of Missoula, and she had called me a few years ago, and they got the paper notarized, and it says on there everything, because they told me I did not sign my rights away to my daughter, that they were going to take my son from me, and they had no right to. I was breastfeeding him. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I never have. You know, my daughter just wanted to run amok and, you know, didn't want to do dishes like any normal kid or pick up after herself, you know, and take the trash out occasionally. You know, and my oldest daughter told me the other day that she still has that problem, cleaning dishes. You know, I don't know. But they did tell me, my two daughters the other day, and I'm so grateful they told me this. This is a scary about it. And I'm grateful that we're doing everything, but they told me that, see, I had never told my son about them because he was only 4 years old at the time, and he had turned 5, and then 10 days later, after he turned 5, they knocked on the door. But so at the time, there was no reason to bring up his sisters because they weren't in the picture, right? So when this all happened, they all of a sudden grab my daughters, bring them in, so they get weekly calls, which is great. I'm glad they do. And my oldest daughter, finally broke down and told me if I had said this, and she told me that when they started talking to him, that my son, said that I had told him that they were dead, and I told my daughter that is not true. That's false. I never said anything. As a matter of fact, I never brought you guys up because I didn't think it was the right time. You know, he's a little guy. I was going to tell him about him eventually, or you know, but it wasn't the right time. And to hear her tell me that that's what was said, who would have made him say that? Or you know, I don't know. It was sad. And then hearing my daughter tell me some other things, my oldest, and I don't know. I don't know. I just pray that, I pray that I can stand through all this with my health and everything too, you know? I don't know. It just puts a toll on me, physically and mentally. Are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm trying to research. You don't know how hard I am trying to figure this out. It's really the hardest thing in my life to try to come up with a solution when you have no money. And
well, I can't even get the heat put on here until I come up with $500 and $900 the propane place set to install the propane tank outside. And then the program that is called LEAP and the weatherization program they have up here, then those people will be able to assist and pay for it and help out. But they don't pay for the installation. So I'm trying to figure that out.
how do you normally get heat?
I mean, what do you do?
How do you normally get heat there? How do you normally get heat?
I had to use those little plug-in heaters. And remember, they cut my electricity off when they put me to jail, and they said the bill was $600, and they lied about that, and they said it was $400, and they told me $493. And these people here make up numbers. They do some shady things over here where I live.
Okay.
But I own my own mobile home, and I don't want to be involved in their stuff.
Do you have to pay for the land that you have your mobile home on?
Yes, I pay lot rent.
Oh boy.
I pay lot rent.
Okay.
Yes.
And your electricity that's why you're having trouble with CPS. You need to have heat, electricity for your home for your son.
And I've been trying to work on it all summer with these people, and like Friday, she brought it up herself, and she actually sat in my house and acted like she was calling them, and obviously there was no connection, and left a message, I guess. But then she's supposed to be out of the office all this week for training, but yet that gal this morning told me she talked to her, and Kelly said too the other day. But she lied to me and told me she was on training all week. I just.
Well, you got it.
What do they want me to do? Put a bullet in my head? I mean, that's what I feel like they want me to do. They're driving me nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
And all I can do is pray.
Yeah, I understand. Now, how about your two sisters? Do they have family besides themselves?
My two daughters?
Yeah, your two daughters. I'm sorry, two daughters.
No, my oldest is only child, and one will be 18. Her dad has messed around with a lot of women, so he probably has kids out there he doesn't even know of. But yeah, she's got a few, but they're not for me. But they're
not going to help you. I'm trying to get family to step in and help you.
I don't have any. I have a mother, but she doesn't.
No, not your mother. No.
Yeah, I mean, my father's already deceased.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hold on? Someone's calling in case it's about.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, well, Lisa's checking on that. Lisa from Montana. Shanice from Riverside, are you still around? I just noticed the time. It's 11 o'clock, and I'm going to have to shut down. Shanice from Riverside, thank you so much for calling in. I didn't really hear more from you. I would like to try to help you, Shanice. I like to try to help you. Um, Bartley is checking to see if that's for propane. So we've had Bartley and Shanice this morning. And I want to thank you all for listening. Now, I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. Now, tomorrow, I may be doing my show at 8 a.m. and at 4 p.m. for my evening show tomorrow, 4 p.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning. So please keep that in mind. So I want you all, I'm going to put another number up there. I'm going to put the Department of Government Efficiency. That's the place that you're going to contact um, about your case. About your case. Um, well, if you can't get it resolved at the county through either the supervisor, the manager, or the director, and you've gone to the state capitol and you've spoken to the civil rights coordinator or the ombudsperson, then you can go to the federal government and complain to the Department of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. I shouldn't say Department of Doge, but Department of Government Efficiency. They have a real website. You go on there and find out what they're up to. They are investigating government entities, including social services and CPS. Now, what you got to do is you got to um, you got to put your complaint to Doge either by calling in. They have two phone numbers, and the phone numbers work. 202 is the White House, or you can um, send an email to that Doge, D-O-G-E, at mail.house.gov. And it will work. It will work. And that is another way that you can file that complaint. Now, Bartley's had a really hard time in life because she really doesn't have anybody to help her. She has been really, I just found out she had another child. It's sad because her mother gave her drugs all her life. And then, she's had 3 children. And unfortunately, the people that have done her have been bad. She's been raped. I wish someone could step in and help her. I wish she really could. But I'm not determined never to give up. You should always try the fight and never give up. You should always try the fight and never give it up. And Athena, you're welcome here. I know you came in after 11 o'clock. And thank you for the kind words. I have no idea where you're from, Athena, but I do have to sign off. I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. Do not give up. Keep fighting for your child. This is Bob Pace telling you all to have a good day and God bless. There'll be a video right when I end. Please watch the video.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith